yesterday. People rushing in a chaotic way. The noise was loud, the pace was swift and fast. Just another hour meant to pass. But then you stepped out from the open door, and nothing was the way it was before. The gravity just shifted in the air. I couldn't help but stand around and stare. The second hand upon the clock stood still, surrendering against its iron will. The noise faded into a silent hush. No more hurry and no more manic rush. You are the girl who stopped time just by being there, freezing every moment with a single stare. The world held its breath to watch you walking by underneath a suspended, motionless sky. Yeah, the girl who stopped time, effortless and true. The universe was waiting for a glimpse of you. Physics doesn't matter, logic falls apart when you aim your arrow straight into my heart. A statue moving with a living grace, putting every other beauty in its place. The wind refused to blow across your hair, wanting to preserve the picture there. I looked around and saw the frozen crowd. Nobody spoke a single word aloud, captured in the magic of your glow. The river of the time forgot to flow. The second hand upon the clock stood still, surrendering against its iron will. The noise faded into a silent hush. No more hurry and no more manic rush. You are the girl who stopped time just by being there, freezing every moment. Yeah, the single stare. The world held its breath to watch you walking by underneath a suspended, motionless sky. Time stands still, time stands still, time stands still. Everything is clear, just you and me in eternity. Curtains parted just a little bit, the perfect place for you to sit. The afternoon was lazy, slow and long, like the rhythm of a favorite song. I turned around to grab my cup of tea and saw a vision staring back at me. The angle was just right, the time was true. The universe was pointing straight at you. No camera lens could ever capture this, a moment full of pure and silent bliss. The heavy world just drifted out of sight, leaving us alone inside the light. You were framed in sunlight, standing there, a golden halo resting on your hair. The shadows ran away to hide in fear, because the brightness was so crystal clear. Yeah, framed in sunlight, glowing warm, safe and sheltered from the coming storm. A picture burned forever in my mind, the kind of beauty that is hard to find. Dust smoke's dancing in the yellow beam, like little actors in a waking flame. They swirled around you like a magic spell, a story that I always loved to tell. You're silhouetted against a window pane, washing away the memory of rain. I didn't want to move or break the trance, just caught inside the beauty of the chance. No camera lens could ever capture this, a moment full of cold and silent bliss. The heavy world just gifted out of sight, leaving us alone inside the light. Your fingers all up, standing there, a golden halo resting on your head. The shadows ran away to hide in fear, because the brightness was so crystal clear. Stand, but memories are like a faithful friend. I close my eyes and I can see it plain. The sunlight cutted through the glass The disco ball is spinning overhead, painting the room in blue and red. The DJ drops the needle on the track. There ain't no way of turning back. Out of the shadows you appear, the atmosphere becomes so clear. The crowd divides to let you through. All eyes are glued right on this magnetism that I feel. You start to move and time just stops. My heart is skipping all the drops. There is magic on the dance floor tonight. Everything you do is shining bright, casting a spell with every single move, locked inside the rhythm of the groove. Yeah, magic on the dance floor, it's true. Nobody moves the way you do. Electric sparks fly from your feet, burning up the rhythm of the street. Just been around with elegance, caught in a beautiful romance. The music seems to follow you, doing whatever you tell it to. A goddess in a sequin dress, I must admit and I confess I've never seen a sight so fine. I wish that moment could be mine. Is it a trick or is it real? This magnetism that I feel. You start to move in time, just stop. My heart is skipping all the drops. There is magic on the dance floor tonight. Everything you do is shining bright, casting a spell with every single move, locked inside the rhythm of the groove. Don't let the music fade away. I want this memory to stay. The way you shine, the way you glow, the greatest star of the whole show. There is magic on the dance floor tonight. Everything you do is shining bright, casting a spell with every single move, locked inside the rhythm of the groove. She's got the magic on the dance floor. She's fantastic. Spin around and round. Let's stay out loud. Standing there against the twilight glow, watching how the evening shadows grow. A figure cut from velvet and from grace. I can't forget the outline of your face. The city lights were buzzing far behind, but you were the only thing upon my mind. No need to see the colors or the light. Your shape was perfect in the velvet night. Time moves on like a river stream, but you are frozen inside a dream. A black and white photo in my head, remembering the words we never said. Oh, that timeless silhouette, the most beautiful shape I have ever met. Dancing on the wall of my memory, the only shadow that sets me free. Yeah, a timeless silhouette, a vision that I never will regret. Curves against the fading of the sun, you will always be the only one. The music started playing soft and low. You moved your body in a rhythmic flow. No need for detail, just the form alone. A beauty deeper than I've ever known. Mystery wrapped around you like a cloak. stream, but you are frozen inside a dream. No black and white photo in my head, remembering the words we never said. That timeless silhouette, the most beautiful shape I have ever met, dancing on the wall of my memory, the only shadow that sets me free. Years may fade to details of the day, wash the colors of the world away, but contrast keeps the memory alive. It's the only feeling to survive. Oh, timeless silhouette, the most beautiful shape I have ever met, dancing on the wall of my memory, the only shadow that sets me free. Shadows dancing, never fainted, just a silhouette, but I never forget. I looked across the crowded room, a light that cut right through the gloom. It wasn't just a simple stare, it caught me unaware. The colors swirled around and around, my feet were lifted off the ground. No telescope could ever see the beauty that she showed to me. I'm floating in zero gravity, lost in a sweet captivity. Don't send a rescue, let me stay a million light years far away. There are galaxies in her eyes tonight, shining with a mystic light, a universe deep inside her soul, making me lose all control. Yeah, galaxies in her eyes so deep, a promise that the heavens keep, nebulas of gold and blue, and my cosmos in a stunning view. She blinks and comets start to fly across the canvas of the sky. Every glance is a brand new world with mysteries that get unfurled. I'm traveling without a ship, just captivated by her lift. The constellations start to dance, caught inside a cosmic trance. I'm floating in zero gravity, lost in sweet captivity. Don't send a rescue, let me stay a million light years far away. There are galaxies in her eyes tonight, shining with a mystic light, a universe deep inside her soul, making me lose all control. Infinity is not so far, it's right there where you are. I don't need to touch the moon as long as I can hear your tune. shining with a mystic light, a universe deep inside the soul, making me lose all control. Spinning around the stars, traveling so far, in your eyes I see you so yeah, look at her go. She steps out on the boulevard, looking good, looking out so hard. The colors seem to follow where she goes, from her head down to her toes. She isn't trapped inside a golden frame. I don't even know her name, but every move she makes is art, walking straight into my heart. The gallery is closing down today, because the finest art has walked away. Who needs a statue made of stone when she is walking on her own? She is a masterpiece in motion, yeah, causing such a big commotion, yeah. Every step is perfect rhythm and rhyme, getting better with the passing time. A living masterpiece in motion. See a vision of a living fantasy. Don't need a brush, don't need a paint. She's got a style that makes me faint. Mona Lisa hasn't got the clue compared to what this lady can do. The way she turns and flips her hair, people stop and people stare. It's chords without a single word, the sweetest song that I have ever heard. She cranks the air with every stride. To hide. The gaze closing down today, because the finest art has walked away. Who needs a statue made of stone? She working on her own. She is a masterpiece in motion, yeah, causing such a big commotion. Rhythm and rhyme, getting better with the passing time. Static beauty is a thing of the past. We found the beauty that is built to last. She breathes, she moves, she spins around. The finest treasure that can be She is a masterpiece in heart with empty sound, until your feet touched on the ground. You walked right in and silence fell underneath the magic spell. No need to shout to make a stand, commanding attention with your hand. A quiet power in your gaze, cutting through the smoky haze. It wasn't just a dress you wore, it was something deep down to the core. A frequency that lingers on even after you are gone. I still hear the echoes of elegance resonating in a slow dance. A melody that never dies, reflecting in your diamond eyes. Yeah, the echoes of elegance, caught inside a sweet romance. Vibration of a higher class, fragile as a piece of glass. The way you turned and said goodbye, a graceful bird about to fly. You left a trace within the air, a feeling that is rich and rare. In a world that rushes fast, you move like something from the past, taking time to breathe and be a vision of serenity. It wasn't just the dress you wore, it was something deep down to the core. A frequency that lingers on even after you are gone. I still hear the echoes of elegance resonating in a slow dance. A melody that never dies, reflecting in your diamond eyes. Sound waves bounce off every wall, I can still recall it all. Sophistication is an art that you have mastered in your I still hear the echoes of elegance resonating in a slow dance. A melody that never dies, reflecting in your diamond eyes. The echoes are in my mind, so refined, so The city street was rushing by so fast. A sea of faces, none of them could last. 1,000 stories walking in a line, but none of them could captivate like thine. The noise was loud, a symphony of gray. I almost turned and walked the other way, but then a color cut across the view, a sudden light that led me straight to you. The busy world just seemed to disappear. The distant sounds I can no longer hear. It's like the camera focused on your face and put a blur on every other space. You are a vision in the crowd to me, the only clarity that I can see. Surrounded by the chaos and the noise, you stand alone with elegance and poise. Yeah, a vision in the crowd so bright, a beacon shining in the velvet night. I don't see the people passing if you even have a clue of what your simple presence can just do. You freeze the moment, hold it in your hand. The hourglass has stopped this falling sand. Strangers pushing, rushing to their goal, but you possess a calmness in your soul. The stillness in the center of the storm that keeps my spirit feeling safe and warm. The busy world just seemed to disappear. The distant sounds I can no longer hear. It's like the camera focused on your face and put a blur on every other space. You are a vision in the crowd to me, the only clarity that I can see. Surrounded by the chaos and the noise, you stand alone with elegance and spoken, yeah, hello. But deep inside I feel I already know that in this madness you're the sanity, the missing piece of perfect harmony. The week had been raining a heavy gray. I was counting the hours day by day, but then the clouds decided to part, and something changed inside my heart. Sitting alone at the coffee shop, waiting for the ticking clock to stop. Then the door opened and she walked in. Where do I even start or begin? The atmosphere shifted in the room, chasing away the morning gloom. She looked my way and time stood still, giving me such a sudden thrill. I still remember the Sunday she smiled like the innocent joy of a happy child. The world lit up in a golden ray, turning the night into the day. Yeah, the Sunday she smiled at me, the prettiest thing that I'll ever see. A moment captured in a frame. I'll never ever be the same. She didn't say a single word, but it was the sweetest song I heard. Just a curve of lips and a gentle grace, lighting up that beautiful face. Casual clothes and messy hair. She didn't know and didn't care, but in that second she looked divine, turning the water into wine. The atmosphere shifted in the room, chasing away the morning gloom. She looked my way and time stood still, giving me such a sudden thrill. I still remember this Sunday she smiled like the innocent joy of a happy child. The world lit up in a golden ray, turning the night into the day. time just flows and flows, but I keep going back to the scar, to the arrow that hit my heart. Sunday morning, best day of my life. Yeah, the Sunday she smiled. A sudden scent upon the evening breeze brings me down directly to my knees. Lavender and roses in the air, reminding me that you were standing there. It isn't just the fragrance that I find, it opens up the pages of my mind. Chapters written in a golden ink, faster than a lonely eye can blink. Senses overlapping in the night, creating such beautiful delight. I close my eyes and I can clearly see the masterpiece you always used to be. You are the mix of perfume and poetry, a sweet and intoxicating mystery, the rhyme that lingers on the quiet skin, the most beautiful story I am in. Yeah, just perfume and poetry combined, the elegance that you have left behind, breathing in the memory of you, reading every line that feels so true. Your movement was a stanza in a song, where nothing ever could turn out to be wrong. The rhythm of your breathing was the beat, making every single moment sweet. Intangible, the smoke rings in the light, but healthy as the coming of the night. You left a mark that time cannot erase, a signature upon this empty place. Our senses overlapping in the night, creating such beautiful delight. I close my eyes and I can clearly see the masterpiece you always used to be. You are the mix of perfume and poetry, a sweet and intoxicating mystery, the rhyme that lingers on the quiet skin, the most beautiful story I am Words can fade and scents can fade away, but you are with me every single day. A verse that I recite within my heart, a work of genius right from the start. Of perfume and poetry, a sweet and intoxicating mystery. Your rhyme that lingers on the quiet skin, the most beautiful story I am in. Reel it in, sweetest memory. You are poetry, come me. I found a snapshot inside of a book. It only took just a single look to bring the memories flooding back, from the colors fading into black. The way the sunlight played on her hair, nothing else could ever compare. I'm almost frozen in space and time, when the rhythm was in perfect rhyme. She didn't try, she didn't pose, more beautiful than a summer rose. Natural grace in every line, I'm so lucky that she once was mine. It painted a portrait of her in my mind, the kind of beauty that you rarely find. Every detail is a work of art, framed forever inside of my heart. Yeah, the portrait of her hanging high like the moon in the midnight sky. Time moved on, but the image stayed, brightening it up my cloudy days. A little dimple upon her cheek, making the strongest man feel weak. Eyes that sparkle like the deep blue sea, looking right back at the soul of me. She wore a dress of simple white, glowing soft in the evening light. No diamonds needed to make her shine, just the vintage of a red design. She didn't try, she didn't pose, more beautiful than a summer rose. Natural grace in every line, I'm so lucky that she once was mine. Painting a portrait of her in my mind, a kind of beauty that you rarely find. Every detail is a work of art, framed forever inside of my heart. Museums are full of the finest things, queens and statues and diamond rings, but none of them hold the candle to the simple beauty of looking at you. Keep the groove check of her in my mind, kind of beauty that you rarely find. Every detail is a work of art, framed forever inside of my heart. A masterpiece, never fade away. I still see your face in every single face.
I walked into the room and saw your face. Suddenly I'm in a different place. A memory that hits hits me like a wave, a feeling that I always try to save. Have we danced this dance 1,000 times, hearing bells and distant warning chimes? But I don't care if I am stuck in loops, spinning round in mental hula hoops. Is it the future or the past? I only want this vibe to last. Your beauty triggers something deep, awake and dream inside my sleep. It's just the sweetest deja vu, falling back in love with you, replaying scenes inside my head, hanging on every word you said. Yeah, the sweetest deja vu. The sky is painted shades of blue. I've seen this movie once before, but I keep coming back for more. The way the light reflects upon your hair, I know that I have seen it somewhere. A carbon copy of a perfect day that never seems to fully fade away. Familiar magic in your fingertips, the same old smile on your ruby lips. History repeating in a rhyme, defying all the laws of space and time. Is it the future or the past? I only want this vibe to last. Your beauty triggers something deep, awake and dream inside my sleep. It's just the sweetest deja vu, falling back in love with you, replaying scenes inside my head, hanging on every word you say. Round and round the record spins, where it ends is where it begins. I don't mind the repetition. You are my favorite vision. It's just the sweetest deja vu, falling back in love with you, replaying scenes inside my head, hanging on every word you said. It feels like I've been here, sweetest feeling, spinning rhythm. I run my fingers through the fabric of the past, holding on to moments that were built to last. The world outside is sharp and cold as ice, but in my mind, it's purely paradise. The way you looked at me across the floor, I couldn't ask for anything much more. A softness in your eyes that drew me in, beneath the surface of your satin skin. Everything else just fades to gray. Rough edges slowly smooth away. When I recall the way you used to be, it's like a luxury surrounding me. I'm wrapped inside these velvet memories, floating on a gentle evening breeze. A texture that is rich and deep and fine. I'm lucky that this feeling is all mine. Yeah, touching on those velvet memories, playing back the sweetest melodies. It comforts me when I am feeling low, the softest place that I would ever know. Your voice was like a whisper in the dark, leaving such a permanent mark. No shouting, just a gentle, quiet tone, making me feel I wasn't quite alone. We danced without a music, slow and tight, babe, within the pale, moody light. The feeling of your head upon my chest is where my carry steering finds its rest. Everything else just fades to gray. My edges slowly smooth away. When I recall the way you used to be, it's like a luxury surrounding me. I'm wrapped inside these velvet memories, floating on the gentle evening breeze. A texture that is rich and deep and fine. I'm lucky that this feeling is all mine. Something be a jagged, rocky road, carrying a heavy burden load. But I've got a secret hiding place, remembering beauty of your face. I'm wrapped inside these velvet memories, floating on a gentle evening breeze. It's a texture that is rich and deep and fine. I'm lucky that this feeling is all mine. Feels like velvet, so soft. Feels like you, so true. Never let it go. Velvet memories. Yeah, I remember this one. Open up the shoebox on the shelf, talking quietly into myself. Found a Polaroid beneath the stack, and suddenly the time is rushing back. The edges are a little torn and frayed, the colors of the background start to fade, but you are in the center, focused tight, captured in a beam of perfect light. The world kept spinning on outside the frame, but inside here everything's the same. A split-second caught upon the film, wrought in every detail of the round. I'm stuck in that photograph of you, where the sky was painted summer blue. You were looking back at me and laughed. but I'm staying here where you are drawn. You wore that yellow dress I love the best, looking to the sun out in the west. Wind was blowing gently through your hair, not a single worry or care. We came, my lens just fell in love that day.